Greetings and welcome back, dreamers and destiny bound, as we enter into yet another magical chapter of A Tale D20 presents Mask, a New Generation Tarot, where four friends journey the stars tell a story of mythic proportion. So, without further ado, let's remove the bookmark and continue our epic tale. Cue the intro. So, when last we left off, our minor arcana heroes had just arrived back into Hex's sanctum out of a bloody battle where damage was done not only to the surroundings but to our heroes and the reputation of the superpowered individuals who are not magically inclined. So, my tarots, currently you are injured and damaged after facing against the fiends of the Media Meister. You appear in Hex's sanctuary. What happens as you pop in here in the state that you all are currently in?
Do I come to?
Oh, I would say you lucidly come to.
Dang.
Diamond is holding Hex up. Not like Carrie. I mean, I guess kind of, yeah. Probably Princess Carrie, kind of like, not Fireman Carrie, like a Princess Carrie.
She's not the one bleeding out.
Damn.
Does Rip say that?
No, that was a Travis comment.
Okay, that was Travis. Yeah.
Rip has more tact than that. Travis does not.
I was like, she just passed out. He's actively bleeding from the stomach, as previously described.
I think. I mean,
I'm gonna like get the medikit.
Yeah, we're coming in. I'm carrying Hex. Rip has just brought us here. I
sort of stumble to my knees.
I don't know how to work any of this stuff.
Sammy, wake up, please. Where's her medikit? Sammy, where's medikit?
Hold on. Samara starts to fumble around the sanctuary. It's like the third from the top of the pyramid in Egypt, of one of the pyramids in Egypt. So she is stumbling towards her power enhancement system as she starts to she starts to put down the sequence that was given to her by the high priestess. And once it's in, she pushes a button and we just hear and this it almost looks like if you've ever seen aliens, like a cryo sleeper, where they wake up out of. It's one of those. And she's like, go inside, we'll help you. And she's gonna go over with Diamond to help lift you up and to help get you inside.
I'll stumble with their help into this cryo chamber.
What about you?
I'll manage.
Hex, this is not a time to be stubborn. That's my job. Everybody knows it.
Before you put the lid on, I'll be like, is there room for two?
You could do a little snuggle.
I'll offer her hand.
I think Sammy's face would turn red and she's gonna realize she's not in costume. And she's like, what happened?
You fell. I did what I could to block from anyone seeing, there was a sort of a protective bubble around you, but there's still a threat out there. But we need you informed, and I need you.
All right. Yes.
And
there should be enough room in there for-
if I'm allowed to, I would love to. I think I would actually love to comfort or support Hex
Certainly
if
can.
I can.
Oh yeah.
As you're saying that, she's adjusting the power enhancement system for 2 people, and she's
Oh.
not sure if it'll take, but she's
Yeah.
willing to try. But she's like typing in the information, looking over at Rip, and then she looks over to you. Thank you so much for that.
I am angry right now, so I have a -2 to comforting. I got a 4.
Mark potential.
I'll mark potential, and I think you just she says like, and we need you, and I think the way that this is not really gonna go well is like, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, you're trying to comfort and support her, and I just have been like covering my hands and like pull my hand back, and like there's just like a huge gash, and it's like
No.
so deep, and I like cough up some blood, and it like hits you like
Perfect.
and like totally like
Perfect.
kills the scene.
So
kills the
as I'm
moment.
trying to say, yeah, I need you to Hex, that happens, and then we see that
And I like sort of like
I'm so
almost
sorry.
lose consciousness. I'm gonna say I like fall forward.
this isn't.
No,
Don't worry
it's
about it.
okay.
It's fine. It's just,
She begins to rush forward because once she sees the blood,
yeah.
Sammy knows that this is no longer a moment where it's like, oh, I'm just like, she doesn't care what she put through. She just hope it works. As she like is jumping. Actually, after seeing the blood, she doesn't get inside. She's going to close it with trying to heal at like 2 people, hoping it helps him the most.
Like
She's so-
200%, but 1 person.
Yeah.
You could see that
Yeah.
like I'm passing out from blood loss. Cause like I also took us here and all of the other things too. So I've been bleeding out for like the past
Yes.
like 10 minutes.
Oh, love this. I mean, I don't love that, but you know, the drama.
I love it.
I love the
too.
drama.
I think once the power enhancement system is closed, I think for drama purposes, it goes opaque when someone's inside, because it's rather rude to stare at someone. So when she can't see him, she just puts her hand there as she starts to tear up because she didn't see what happened to him when she was knocked out. She just knows that Rip/Bryce is hurt right now, and yeah, she's feeling really, really bad.
At this point, Nixus appears, popping up frantically. What happened? I can feel the pain in the Arcanum. What happened to you guys? Where's Rip?
He's in the power enhancement system right now. Needs time. And when
What?
she turns around, her eyes are like tearing up as tears are falling down her face.
By
Please,
the
Nixus,
Arcana.
now's not the time.
By the great Arcana, what has happened? I let you go out there and deal with these mundane, untouched villains, and look what has gotten you into. You weren't ready. I knew I should have. Oh my God, the High Priestess is going to kill me. Oh, what is happening? What? And he's just frantically pacing back and forth in front of the chamber that Rip is currently in.
I think at that moment, she's gonna try and like put her hands on either side of his like mane, and she says, "Nixus, please." I know,
Diamond is not responding well to this.
please, just let us try.
Roll for me a
Just try and
comfort.
comfort support. Yeah.
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah. Ah. Well, there goes the tears. Ah. Yeah. Oh, I do get to clear one condition upon coming back.
Oh,
I think I
yes.
will clear angry,
Nice.
if that's okay.
Mhm.
I think I'm too sad to be angry.
Yeah.
That's a hit. That's an 8.
Oh, okay. All right. Nexus calms down. You could see that so what happens when Nexus gets angry or upset, there's a change in his fur and his mane. Normally when he's in his average kind of his normal state, you see the constellations moving around beautifully. Right now, as he is in this desperate, confused, hopeless state, you see black holes appearing. Every little star in him becomes just a black sphere, and like that bright coloring that he has changes him to be more of like an actual obsidian like feline jackalope. As it then starts to calm down, universes stop ending, and they become solid, though it's still in a strange flux. Oh, all right. Thank you, Hex. Is Rip gonna be okay?
And very much different in response from Hex. Diamond is fuming. You left. Where were you? You blame us? Rip is bleeding out. Hex fell. You're so quick to say, I told you so. This is not grade school drama and gossip. You are supposed to be a mentor. You should be better than us. Better, not worse. You look down on everyone. No wonder. You're not a major. And I would like
Diamond!
to, if possible, I would like to clear angry and hopeless by hurting someone and flinging myself into easy relief by lashing out.
Oh yes, because this is going to hurt Nexus. As he goes, I'm sorry. I'm a failure as a guardian.
No,
I have to go.
Nixus!
And then he poofs away. You see a little bit of like star tears drip from his eyes as he disappears into the nether again.
Diamond is shaking. Let him go.
It's at this point, we're gonna say you have access to the news and everything. You have access to the media here in your sanctuary. As for alerts and other messaging, an alert comes up as the screen appears, and you see it's a newscast. There are the aftermath of the scene, as you didn't. There was collateral damage due to the effects of Rip's powers. As being interviewed right now, and a bunch of people booing, is Shockbite. As the telecaster goes, I'm here on scene after the media Meister attack downtown Metroton. Here we have the hero who caused such turmoil here, who caused all of this devastation in an act. We have footage of protecting this individual were the Arcanas who left, and it shoots to a vision of all of you, and when you teleported away, who left after narrowly defeating the fiends of the Media Meister. You are what is to blame. How do you feel, Shockbite, after what you have done? And Shockbite stands there and goes, I'm sorry, everyone. I didn't. We tried so hard. I'm not. Go back. We don't need you. You're not touched. Leave everything to the Arcana. Yeah. And he starts to get booed. He goes, everyone, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. $1 billion have been lost. Our mayor is being questioned. Their opposition is calling for a new declaration against those who are not charged with the power of the Arcanum. Vanguard has now been in place. I believe we are seeing a sort of reckoning upon us. Will normal, untouched superheroes still be able to reign? Or will everything change as we know it? This is Alexa Vara with Metro 10 News.
This is the problem. This is why I looked to Hex. This is why I said what I said. And maybe that was harsh, but these heroes, we were just like them. Just like them. And they're doing their best, just like we were. We are not better than them. He saved everyone. And they're smearing his name. If this is what it means to be a minor arcana, I don't know that I want to be one.
At that moment, I'm going to mark my last Dune track for this track and have a dark vision.
Oh.
Except this time, she's not falling or faltering. She's still standing up. Because now that she knows why she has those dark visions, who they're connected to, now they're different. Now, when she has them, she is basically, it kind of like, it super zooms inside of her eye, and then when it refocuses outward, she is wherever the vision is, but she's fully aware that whatever she's seeing, her mother's seeing as well.
All right. And what are you having your dark vision about?
I mean, it's about the scene at hand. So
Okay.
I think it's about what just happened on the teleprompt, on the screen. What just happened, especially with Diamond saying, if this is what it takes to be a minor arcana, maybe I don't know if I want it. I think that's overall, it's a combination of those two things is what I'm trying to have a dark vision about.
Mm-hmm. At this point, and your lowest, you feel the lowest you have been, you go into this dark state and you are zooms out and you find yourself appearing in what looks to be a dark room. And a cigarette lights again, illuminating a devilish figure. As you see the media Meister standing there. So I did what you wanted. Look, the people are turning against the superheroes, and they're turning all their love and affection for the Arcana. But isn't that what you don't want? The devil, Dark Arcana, steps forward, taking another hit out of his cigarette. You see, that's the idea. Break them down. They feel too confident. So, instead of trying to steal away the people's affection, we will shower them with them and turn these superheroes who outnumber them against them. That will weaken their bond in the Eternum. And then the minor arcana, they will be ours. And the moon was going about it the wrong way. She's too close to this. Her daughter, well, she will be mine. And the rest will fall. And he looks up as if staring directly at you. I know you're watching. I'm coming for you. And don't worry. This won't be some childish game like you faced before. I'll see you soon, Samara. We are still here inside of Hex's world. The place that connects her to the Arcano Star as she, along with Lula May, sit with Rip trying to rejuvenate after taking such a deadly blow from the enemy. So, with that, I'll start off with you, Samara.
I believe I had mentioned that my sanctuary is in Egypt, hidden beneath the relentless sun and sand choked winds of the Egyptian desert, where the shadows in time grow long and memory itself seems carved in stones, lies a place forgotten by most. But atop of an ancient pyramid rests a chamber 2 tiers from the summit, shielded from mundane sight by hieroglyphic wards that predate written history. We find our 3 heroes. Inside of this sanctuary, we see that there's a circular library carved directly from sandstone and polished to a matte sheen, houses tomes bound in serpent hide and inked with hieroglyphic secrets. The texts whisper, but not in words, in visions, to those who dare to open them. And then we see an obsidian basin set into the floor, glowing faintly with silver light. It serves as a healing hearth, showcasing the healing equipment that we have here. It essentially serves as healing the heart, mending the body, but never the soul. The process is not painless. Wounds may close, but memories resurface. And then what we see here really is these relics of hieroglyphs surrounding this tube that is vertical, and it opens up from the top, allowing someone to be able to rest inside. And right now, that is where we see Samara. Her hand is placed on top of it, as her eyes are sort of pooling with tears, because she feels there's so much she has yet to really proclaim or to open up to him, and she truly hopes that this works. It's the first time she's ever using it, and she wasn't given instructions. So at that moment, you're also going to notice that she's in a civilian form, because from the last scene, last session, she was knocked out and was knocked out of her superheroic form. So I think that in this moment, as her eyes are welling up with tears, I think that she's going to blink them back, and she's going to take a deep breath, as she knows that she has to do a couple things in order for this to work. So first, she's going to attempt to go into her form, into her Arcana form, and I believe that requires a special roll. Is that correct?
So you are. Oh, that's right. No, you can go right into your Arcana form, but you were struck before. You had hit a. Your Arcana form was corrupted in a sense, as you were trying to protect your allies. So, as you have a sort of affliction, if you will, you need to attempt to push past that. So for this one, for the fiction, I'm going to ask you to please roll with Freak.
Understood. Going to. Oh dear. This is a -1. That's a 2. Literally a 2. I'm marking potential.
Go ahead and mark potential, please.
Yeah. I have no clue what this looks like in fiction.
You are trying to tap into that power, the magic within, and the light is showing. Like every so often, you see floating pentacle sigils around you, but they keep shattering and break every time. Now, I will offer you a choice. You can push past this. You can break, and you can break through this wall, and in the process, who knows what kind of uh, what's the word, after effect will come upon you. But you would have to take an affliction. Afflictions are new conditions that are limited to your arcana form. There's fractured, giving you a -2 to freaks in your freak in general. And then will complete this will mean that you cannot use any arcana moves until you do the proper removal. So it's kind of like your last resort. Or you can take hollow, which means you feel disconnected from the others. You doubt your humanity. This will give you -2 to the mundane, but you will no longer be able to use comfort or support until it is healed. Then there's unraveled, giving you a -2 to your savior. You doubt your purpose. You feel unworthy of the symbol that you wear. You cannot defend or use team until it's been removed. There's condemned, which will give you -2 to your danger, as you feel that only destruction lies in your wake. Now, this one, you get a +1 to directly engage a threat, but you cannot choose at all to resist any collateral damage or hold back. And then finally, there's Fated, which is a -2 to your superior, and you've seen how things will end, but you know that you cannot change your fate, and you cannot use influence or use the provoke move. With that being said, would you like to take that in order to succeed in this?
I think I would like to choose Hollow. Feeling disconnected from the others and doubting my humanity, especially after seeing the vision of the devil. So I think that would be a very interesting choice to pick in order for me to push forward ahead with being able to get access to this fall.
Please describe how it seems in the fiction.
I think Samara she's taken the step back away from the tube. Oh, and by the way, I'm sorry. I said initially it starts as vertical so someone can get in, but once they're inside of it and they're healing, it would then become horizontal. So I think right now it's upright as we kind of see like this, we see this effect of, actually, I think I would like to share in the fiction, and when it comes time for Bryce to describe himself, I'd like to let him describe what that looks like, the healing going on, because he's technically our very first person to use it. So break open that champagne bottle, love. You can go ahead and describe what that looks like. But Hollow in this moment, that looks like Samara closing her eyes, and when she closes her eyes, normally she has an internal monologue, but this time it's just silence, because she feels like at the end of the day, her friends would not be in the level of danger that they're about to be in if it wouldn't be for her. So I think this is the very beginning of her beginning to slowly separate herself, because she feels that she's only a danger to them. So I think that in the fiction, it may not look like a lot in the actual presence, but there's a quietness to the way she's retreating from her friends. And it will progress further until action's taken to remove it. But then of course you see the light surround her, because I believe I still get to turn to my Arcana form.
Yes, you do.
Awesome. So all that happens, give me one quick second to get the second part of my wig. And there we go. Her hair's back. So with all that being said, I think that she is going to realize that she needs to tap into not just becoming in this new form, but also the Arcana system itself. So I think that once she transforms, she's going to look over to her ally. I think she's going to look over to you, Diamond, since you're still in your form, and she's going to kind of, I believe she's going to kind of turn back towards the tube where Bright, I'm sorry, not Bryce, Rip is healing, and she's going to say, I'm not sure if I can do this alone, but if I fail, please do whatever you can to help him.
You know I will. If I can. I think I got hit pretty hard back there and sort of lost connection to the Knight of Wands, but hopefully I can.
All right. Wish me luck.
You can do this.
How exactly does she tap into the Arcana system?
This is done at like an astral projection of yourself flows through the nether, the energy. So you basically, I would imagine we see like a silhouette of you just kind of floating in just sea of multi colors that signifies all the energies that exists within the arcanum, and you are just taking a sliver of that.
All right. I mean, she would do that and more to make sure that she could heal Rick. So, upon doing that, I believe she would come back into the sanctuary, and she would infuse that energy into the power enhancement system that we have in place inside the tube, and just hope that whatever it is that he needs, he can get wherever it is.
So Rip, as you are inside this tube, as Hex, you are at this point you're initiating that healing mechanism, going into the arcanum, eternum. What's happening with Rip?
So it was like sort of like a sarcophagus, and now that it's activated, it's vertical, correct? So you sort of see him as it's been activated. This fluid sort of fills up the entire chamber, and you sort of just see him floating in this space, unconscious, and very, very much the like hieroglyphics, as Sammy described, sort of surround the like top and the bottom basin and glow and spin in a way that normally these like solid objects wouldn't. And it almost looks to the mundane eye like he's being like wrapped like a mummy, but he's not actually being wrapped with paper. It's sort of like magical wraps that are binding the wounds and binding the damage and the pain. And it's like almost like a ritual ceremony to sort of like solidify the like loss in him. But it's, you know, as Samara described, it's painful, and memories are pulled to the surface in penance of the cost for this revitalization. And I think in this moment he's reliving the previous scene where he was fighting with his allies, but he's to them unconscious and sort of glowing, we'll say.
Alrighty.
Which color?
I mean, obviously, well, maybe not obviously. What's Samara's color? Like that, like purple fuchsia, or like
Fuchsia. The
like,
purplish
yeah,
pink.
purplish pink. Yeah, so he's currently, like, I would say the glow sort of oscillates between like a clear to like pink and sort of warbles back and forth, in like sort of like a warm, coating way. But you can sort of see him sort of like, glowing and sort of like shaking, and it sort of looks like there's like a as described, sort of like things sort of like wrap around him and then like disappear to translucence, and then another wraps around him and like disappears around him, and you can sort of see like it's rebuilding the like cutaway flesh, and the gaunt paleness of like blood loss is sort of like his cheeks are becoming fuller.
Excellent. And as Rip, you begin to heal, you don't feel your consciousness returns, but not while you're inside. You don't experience any of this. You're more like your mind is being drawn somewhere else, similar to Hex and how she was brought into the Eternum. You're just floating in this ethereal, infinite plane. As you can feel, not only has your body been struck and destroyed, but the very core of your power, like the power source itself, has been touched by this as you sacrifice yourself for your friends. And you find it difficult to retrieve your power as you kind of just in this like cradled fetal position. What happens to the Rip as he's going through this healing process?
You would see that Rip is in this position of powerlessness, and just vulnerability, and slowly, almost as if space around him opens up, and like shimmering mirages start to like warble around, and in various directions around him. And as I look up, I would see this first mirage sort of shimmer and look open, and then it would appear as if a silhouette of a person is stepping into view. And this person, with light coming from behind, sort of obscures the face at first, and they reach out a hand, and I hear a familiar voice. Hey bro, don't worry, we've all fallen down. It's about how quickly we get up and who's at our side. And another version of me offers a hand, and then slowly, like, the scene pans out and you see that there's a few other Rips that walk through various portals and offer support, and they all look sort of like him, but they all have different costumes, different hair lengths, different styles, different everything. And in this sort of meta mind moment, you can see that it's a layer of Rip's power sort of manifesting within him, where others are contacting him and offering support and explaining things about his power that he might not have known before.
Okay. Tarot, a Rip in time.
Oh, that's so great.
As these versions of yourself start to appear and you get this almost infinite knowledge, just knowledge of all different aspects of yourself, Hex, you're also still tapping into it. You're still in that connection into the Eternum, and a light shines within the vastness of this plane, and you start to see Rip, but not just one, an almost infinitesimal amount appearing one by one as one runs into you. Face to face, you see a strange alternate version of Rip in like a reverse color costume display, staring at you with eyes of which concern, sincerity, maybe even lovingly at you, but no words. What do you do?
I don't think that Samara would have ever contemplated multiverse before this moment. And even then, she's not sure if this is. She obviously she understands this is not Rip, at least not the Rip from her reality. But this almost gives her confirmation of the multiverse. And upon seeing this alternate version, this variant, if you will, of Rip, I think that upon seeing the way he's looking at her, if it's all right with you, could she pierce the mask?
Oh, certainly.
Because she's not sure why he's looking at her that way. And just so I can be sure, I've got to take a -2 to mundane, correct?
Correct, yes.
All right, so it's as if I'm running a flat 2d6 then. All right. One second. Just gonna change mundane for now, so it doesn't roll +2. Here's the mask. Here we go. Wish me luck. Oh, thank goodness.
7.
One question. One question.
One alone.
I'm sorry, what was that?
No, it's like one question and one alone.
Oh, okay. I thought you said he said hello. I'm like, oh, he sounds like that. I'm like, that's not my Rip. I kid.
You just Rip.
I think that she is. I think Samara wants to know, with the way he's looking at her, what do you want me to do? Because she's never had anyone look at her like that before. And that's the reason why I think she's a little lost for words. She appreciates it, but she's clueless. So she's hoping that there's something that he says or something to give her a cue on what to do next. Because, yeah.
He walks up to you, or floats up to you, and puts his hand on your shoulder. Sammy, be kind to Bryce, to me. Not the smartest cookie in the bunch, but my heart's in the right place. You might get tested. I can't tell you much in fear of altering your reality for the worse, but shit is gonna go down. And just remember that feeling you have for him, me. Sorry, multiverse gives me a headache. Just remember the connection that we have. No matter what, don't give up on me, him, us. And he begins to fade away.
What? All right.
And at this point, the manga page turns and you are brought back to your body as Rip seems to be stable now, healing as he floats within the rejuvenation chamber. And you see a glow around him, that same glow that you had described before. And you can read on the like the power output, the statistics of his vital signs, that he is not only returning to normal, but his energy seems to be growing, infusing the Eternum, which is a good sign. There, as that scene concludes, and you remember not only the memories of the vision you just had and of the strange vision and this portent that variant Rip has told you. The prologue of the episode closes and we start some days later, the next chapter.
Could I ask for one thing?
Oh, please.
While we were in the sanctuary, Lula May would have asked Hex if it's possible to tap into her library to look for some information about the Arcana Star.
Yeah, let's. I think that Samara would have. I mean, do you want to role play it or like?
Maybe a little bit, but we
Okay.
don't have to go through the full scene.
Yeah.
But to touch on the important beat, which is that Diamond has, as we saw in the last episode, questioning whether she wants to be an Arcana at all. She's also questioning whether the major Arcana are heroes at all. They don't care about people. They don't care about the city, is kind of the vibe. And I think so Diamond doesn't necessarily divulge all of that to you, but instead just says, things seem like nothing's in balance. Nothing's right anymore. And I always believed that the major arcana, they were there. They were looking out for all of us. That's what heroes do. That's why I wanted to be one. But look at what's happening, Sammy. People are abandoned. And I won't do that. So if they won't help, then I need to find out how I can help. I want to know what is happening. Because I don't think even they know.
That's fair. I just want you to know that even though we've got these resources, nothing in those tomes are free, knowledge included. And that's just Samara hinting at the fact that this is
There's
going
a
to
cost.
require some new conditions. Correct. What would these conditions look like after the beautiful context we just got from our lovely Lula May? Because I'd be able to translate those in the fiction right back at her, so we could work on them together.
You mean are you asking me what the afflictions look like?
No,
What
not
the
affliction.
cost, the resource cost for using the library.
Oh,
What are these new conditions we have to have set in front of us as we're trying to find out more information about the plot and the arcana, etc.?
Oh, yes. In order for you to tap into the library, that will take, because obviously your library is just infinite. How much knowledge does your library have? Does it just have infinite knowledge, or is there a limit?
I mean, it does not say infinite. It is it's a library full of valuable tomes, and I described it as being like a circular library. And they're valuable in the sense that when we need information, we can turn to them, but it's it's definitely not infinite. So sometimes I may require a piece of information that's not in this library. Hence, that's a condition you can give me.
Mm,
If you
gotcha.
feel like that makes sense in the fiction.
No, it totally does.
Yeah.
I would say for this one, this condition for you to use the library is
Mhm.
for you to have, um, and you do right now, influence over um, the high priestess.
Okay. So first, I must have influence over the high priestess. How many other conditions do you think?
I would say, yeah, I want to give you a little bit more. So you'd have to have influence of the high priestess, so you have to deal with her to make sure that, because that's where the information comes from, the Arcanal star itself. The other, I would say, there has to be uninterrupted connection between your sanctum and the Arcanal star. Like if there's anything blocking it or any type the fictional thing that separates the Arcanal star, that alternate dimension, and your alternate dimension, could be anything, that would
So
stop you from accessing as well.
how would that translate to one of these conditions? Would that be that you and your team will risk danger from? The best you can do is a lesser version, unreliable and limited. You need
The
to
best you,
mark one box on your doom track.
yeah, Rockworm brushing your Doom track, because it's not
I
as
was just
of a
reading
like.
them off. I didn't say make them all happen.
No.
I'm just listing them.
I know. I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
I would say the Doom track would be appropriate only because you're
Oh.
you're pushing past.
Maybe
to get
there's
that.
like you have to like access, you have to like pay a Doom track price life toll to open it, and each time we go into the library to look at knowledge, you have to pay the price.
So let's go ahead and role play that a little bit then.
Are
So
there any
as
other ones I
your
don't know about though?
this will be important. It's fine. We'll end up cutting from the scene after this. So Diamond responds to Hex. As you sort of share that nothing is free, she remembers what you shared with her before anybody else about your doom. And in that moment, you see guilt wash over her. She's already guilty. I can't take the condition twice. But you see guilt wash over her, and her eyes well up with tears. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked this. We'll find another way. It's okay.
No.
No.
Not what I meant.
It is, though, not just as a hero, but as your friend. Listen, I want you to be here as long as possible, and don't do this for me. We'll find another way. And you see her just pull you in for a hug.
Are you trying to comfort support me?
Sure.
I have 4 conditions. I have so
Yeah.
many.
I think I am. Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll that comfort support with mundane.
Okay, so the comfort and support, I just have to go back through my, what is it, listener? No, not that. Is it my friend thing? Yeah. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and roll it. And then, so I have a +1 to you, right? Because
you have
of the influence?
over
Influence, yep.
So I have +1. Great. I don't know what my +1 ongoing is. I think that's for my other friend here. So 11.
me. Oh yeah, that's a hit.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, for my Bull's Heart friend ability, when I comfort or support my love or rival, I mark potential on a hit. When your love or rival comforts or supports you, mark a potential when they hit. So in this case, I get to mark a potential for if this hits.
Which it does.
If
Well,
you,
do you accept? Well, it hit, but do you also accept the comfort
I
and
think
support?
that even though I'm feeling hollow, even though I can't comfort or support, I can still accept it. And at first, you feel like an awkwardness in the way that she's not reciprocating the hug.
Yeah.
But then you can feel that the weight of her on you as she's now leaning on you because she's giving into her emotions, and she's definitely hearing you as she's crying and giving you a hug back because she's so afraid that even though you want her to be safe, she doesn't know if she can keep you safe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that I still afraid, still guilty, still a little hopeless, but I don't think I'm insecure anymore.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so you're able to clear that condition. I'm gonna add a team to the pool, and I'm gonna keep guilty.
All right. All right. And Hex, to fully answer that way, you have it. The 3 conditions in order for you to access these things in there. It's like, first, you must be in your Arcana form. You'll need help from the High Priestess, meaning you must have influence over her. And then lastly, you'll need to mark one of your box of your Doom track for the 3 out of. I'm not doing all 4, just the 3.
Even though I feel so
We're
bad.
not doing it. No, Diamond is gonna hold you back.
Diamond doesn't have to be here to do it.
Yes.
I just have to have the
saying.
knowledge on what it costs for me to do it
Okay.
later, not in
Yes.
front of you.
You got it. I'm
'Cause
letting you know.
we do need answers.
That's
Hunt.
exact. Yeah, we
I
do.
know.
I'm just saying.
I
If
know,
I
I know.
am there,
She's
Diamond
got better
will
sense than that.
physically
She would
hold
never,
you.
never. Yeah, no. She
Yeah.
respects. She respects you. She heard you out. So we're not gonna do it. But now I think once we've had this moment, she thinks back to what just happened before, and she turns to look at the tube and hopes that Rip is back because he's been quiet too long. Or is this the end of the scene? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would say this will probably
Okay,
be the
cool.
end of the scene.
Okay, Rip is back.
And as you all embrace, or the 2 of you embrace and have that moment, you feel calm. The last scene we have is the manga page shows just Bryce Rip inside of this healing tube glowing, as there's hints of an increase in power, a portent of something to come.